I could be wrong, but like, is Duck not like influencing you and supporting you to
Yeah.
grind as well? Like she's kind of like, Scott, get those hours in, like, and like she's kind of pushing you as well on the side too.
I don't know
So
if
it's
it's
kind of nice to have somebody to do that in your life. For me too, like when I remember, I want to say like 4 years ago when I was with my ex-girlfriend, I trained her to coach me or mentor me a little bit. So I
hmm
told her every day you come home from work, ask me these three things. Did you follow your schedule today? Did you, the second one was something about your emotions. Did you control your emotions? Did you tilt? Like, did you play well?
yeah.
And then the third one, I forget the exact question because this was 4 years ago, but I basically told her, ask me those questions and I'm going to answer them honestly when she comes home from work. And
What
alrighty,
else to get the
so
correct
second
one?
podcast of the day. We're probably not gonna post these two in one day, but
Oh, shit, we should have done a change, shouldn't we?
yeah, we should have acted like we were doing it separate
Yeah.
days. But for you guys, we're gonna keep it raw and authentic, right? This is the second one we're doing today.
If
Back to
I do
back.
that,
Oh, look, he looks different, so something might have changed. This could be a different black shirt.
no
Nobody
one's
knows.
ever going to see through this. To be
No,
honest.
never, never. All
No.
right, so this book here, it's called The Perfect Day Formula.
hmm
Very short read, um, and is very opposite to the Presence Process that we just reviewed, which is a more spiritual kind of book.
Okay.
The Perfect Day Formula is more, it's very practical. It's straight to the point. This is what you have to do. No, you know, Google Gaga like fucking, spiritual shit. This is just like, let's get straight to the business. All right. So there's more up
Yeah. This
Scott's.
is this is more. This is more in my like comfort zone.
Yeah, yeah. You,
But
you can feel comfortable in this
background,
podcast.
but I say that though, but it's about like being organized, which is very not not massively my comfort zone. I know that if Tomo is watching this, he's never going to let me get away with saying that.
Yeah. How about super organization? But anyways, I gave this
Yeah.
book an 8 out of 10. And the reason why I only gave it 8 out of 10, this is a book. Maybe if I read this book 3 or 4 years ago, I might have given it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But a lot of the information in the book is things that I've already heard,
hmm
things that I've already read. So that's the only reason why I gave it an 8 out of 10. Somebody else reading this might give it a solid 10 out of 10. Very short read, straight to the point. Um, and it's about creating your perfect day for not, I originally thought this was going to be the perfect day for like just the perfect day for happiness formula kind of
hmm
thing. But it's really about getting things done and success. It's not the perfect day formula for smiles and happiness. That's what I originally thought it was going to be.
This is
But it's
productivity shit.
it's about the perfect day to be successful.
Yeah.
So get into it there, Mr. Piggy.
All right. Number one or I should say, make a not to do list. Things that don't allow yourself to do until you've done what's most important for the day. I'm going to start that one again. Make a not to do list. Things that you're not allowed to do until you've done what's most important for the day. Um, that was a little bit jumbled. You're testing me out there. I like that. Keeping me on my toes, Jack Stack.
Yeah,
Classic Hamer.
absolutely.
I understand. So essentially, um, this is creating a list of things that you're not allowed to do until you've completed the tasks that you absolutely must. So I guess as a prime example is I can't watch Netflix until I've played 7 hours of poker. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and this is something that I think is absolutely excellent because it's something that I personally do, and you can do it, you know, like that, or I do it like um, more micro, let's call it, because, for example, I don't allow myself to go on Instagram until I've done everything I need to do for that morning, which includes my meditation, which includes my studying GTO, which includes my coaching for the day,
Yeah.
which includes, taking a shower, like just all these little things. And then once I start playing poker and whatever, and then after that, I allow myself to log onto Instagram. And after that, I allow myself to watch YouTube. I don't do anything. So I don't let anything get in my way of how I'm going to start my morning slash afternoon and grind time. And and this is excellent because a lot of times people will wake up in the morning, and what will happen is like you're a little bit more structured, even though you think you're not that organized. You're a little bit more. The thing a lot of poker players struggle with is they wake up and they just get sidetracked. Maybe they go on the internet, one of their friends is hitting them up, and like they'll just get lost in that category, or they get lost in like searching on YouTube, like, oh, watching these YouTube videos. Next thing you know, 4 or 5 hours goes by, searching the web, whatever it is, like Instagramming. You just kind of get lost in like your priorities for that day, or what's important for that day is just completely gone because you weren't disciplined in that situation, where you could have been like, you know what, I'm not opening my Skype, I'm not watching YouTube, I'm not opening Instagram, I'm not going to browse the web, I'm not doing any of those things until I do what I want to do in the morning, which is, for you, it might be, for somebody watching, it could be studying GTO and then grinding for at least 2 hours and then starting some of that stuff, or, taking a shower, going to the gym. All those things should come before anything that's like seen as a luxury. And this is great because everyone makes these to-do lists. Let's say, for example, you have going to the gym, and you have going to the gym, studying for 30 minutes, and grinding for 4 hours on your to-do list, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at your to-do list, and then you start procrastinating. You go on your phone, you're like on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You do all these things, and then the next thing you know, you're like, I'm falling behind today, I'll just do it tomorrow. You just forget about all the shit that you were supposed to do.
Easily done.
Yeah, easily done. But when you make a not to-do list and you don't allow yourself to watch TV, browse the internet, do all these things, then you're absolutely forced to do those difficult things first. Right? You want to always get the difficult things done first thing in your day. Like first, in the morning, in the afternoon, you want to do the things that are most important to you and your future goals, and the things that are most taxing on your brain, because that's when you're going to think the best, is when you're kind of wide awake and this and that. And so this is essentially saying that. It says all those luxuries, the movies, the TV, whatever, just put that at the end of your day. And we'll talk about that in a bit, but let's get to, get this.
All right. B, make sure you have a coach/mentor that can tell you what to focus on and hold you accountable for your performance. I mean, this one's kind of nice and easy within Team 651, at least, because the vast majority of you watching will have a coach that you go to, which, Tomo, or John, or Nikki, or Mr. Cogdis, any of these guys, or myself and Jack. For some of you, luckily, you kind of all have that within the framework of being within Team 651. So shouldn't be too problematic, to be honest. I know that when I first started in my poker career, that was one of the big problems for me. I lacked a bit of direction. I watched a lot, like I bought all the videos I could find online, and I read a few books, but then I got to a point where I started to plateau, where I couldn't really break through a certain point. And it wasn't until I started, Ducky bought me some coaching sessions with Cogdis, that I was able to like break through to the next level. I didn't know what I was supposed to be focusing on at that point. So I guess, to be honest, that one's quite straightforward for everyone here. I don't think anyone will be surprised to hear that one.
Very much.
I guess I'll say this. If you're within 651, you don't have a coach, ask us about it, because almost everybody should be working with a coach at least once or twice a month.
And our Vimeo is a whole coaching platform in itself. So
True.
Yeah, so there's that as well. But also there's also like a deeper layer to this, even beyond Team 651. For example, you grind a lot, Scott, and I could be wrong, but like, is Duck not like influencing you and supporting you to grind as well? Like, she's kind of like, Scott, get those hours in, and like she's kind of pushing you as well on the side too. So it's kind of nice to have somebody to do that in your life. For me too, like when I remember I want to say like 4 years ago when I was with my ex-girlfriend, I trained her to coach me or mentor me a little bit. So I told her every day you come home from work, ask me these three things. Did you follow your schedule today? Did you, the second one was something about your emotions. Did you control your emotions? Did you tilt? Like, did you play well?
Yeah.
And then the third one, I forget the exact question because this was 4 years ago, but I basically told her, ask me those questions and I'm going to answer them honestly when she comes home from work. And that helped me out a lot during that time, actually, because she was kind of like holding me accountable. She was just like, you
Yeah.
know, with basically I was telling her to hold me accountable. And that actually worked too, because sometimes, but you know what you could do actually, not many people could do this, but some people can do it. And this doesn't have anything to do with poker. This is just like with life. Like you can be your own coach slash mentor as well to a certain extent. Um, but you have to be able to reflect and be very, very, very self-aware as
Yeah.
well. And it's very difficult. But the point is, you want somebody, and that somebody could be you, but you want somebody to
If it's not you.
guide you. Was it? If it's not you?
Sorry,
You
I
know,
had to.
Junior, shout out Junior, man. Junior, you're the boss, man. I hope he's watching. Jenny. Jenny. Oh, I love that guy. Mr.
Everybody
Junior.
does. Everybody does.
Everybody does. Everybody does. So yeah, like, I mean, coach and mentor, like this is something that, you see this in every book that any self-development book, any success book, coaches and mentors are,
Crucial.
paramount. You really need that, to succeed in life. But let's get to the next one here.
All right.